Good morning. We'll continue on bringing a synopsis of 3 branches of the river, a yet unpublished manuscript. We're putting it on YouTube for the benefit of those who wish to hear. Let me back this up. I discovered a few years ago that in dealing with problems, that I had essentially 5 ways of dealing with them. And I discovered that those 5 methods are also found in examining things and answering questions. Whenever I had a question in the Torah, I could use 5 different methods in analyzing the Torah. And then I discovered that this is really 5 different methods in dealing with life. Initially, I saw it as a way of dealing with problems. But in truth, these are 5 different methods in dealing with everything that comes your way. And you wonder, why are there 5 different methods? And the answer is because there are 4 rivers that come from the main river that flows into the Garden of Eden. But that main river is very powerful, and it branches off into 4. But only 3 of the 4 are good. The 4th is no good. And so the 1st and the 5th method are always extreme methods of dealing with things, and in general are not useful for the average person. I'll describe them to you. Let's say you have a child that's giving you a hard time in class. The child is nasty, got a runny nose, he's kicking kids, he's biting them, he's making snide remarks as to what you're saying. This is the kind of kid you love to hate. How are you going to deal with a kid? You're a teacher. The first impulse is kill the kid. I don't mean with a gun. Killing the kid, insult the kid, beat the kid up, send the kid down to the principal's office. Kill the motivation of the child by embarrassing the child. It's all part of the same process. You kill the child's energy, the child's motivation, take the child out of the arena of possibly learning something. The other extreme method is just let the child go, just let it happen, let it hang loose. The 60s ideology, do what comes naturally. Whatever you want to do, just do it. No responsibility, no sense of remorse, no sense of shame. Just do what you want to do. You give that to a kid, license to a kid to yell and scream and kick and bite and get everybody sick with his runny nose. You're going to have chaos. And so letting things go, going along with the problem, not doing something about it, is also wrong. So then you have 3 things in between, because if you want to kill the kid, that's an extreme thing. Sometimes if you got a mountain lion coming in among your day camp, you don't go ahead and pet the mountain lion, you shoot it. Sometimes you got to kill it. But in general, killing the kid is not the way to deal with it. Killing the kid doesn't mean killing him with a gun. You take that kid into the principal's office, you're also killing that kid. Embarrassing the kid, spanking the kid is also killing him for the moment. So you have 3 methods of dealing with the kid, 3 general methods. I call them information, inspiration, integration, the 3 I's. But they also correspond to 3 elements in life which we're familiar with, which is found in the holy text. It's called Olam Shana Nefesh, space, time, and soul. Spatial. You deal with something spatially. What does it mean you deal with something spatially? Here's a book. I may like the book, I may like the color of the book. The book may make me uncomfortable if the stuff that's in it, so I avoid the book. I go around the book. Or the book may give me some useful information, and I find out the information I can use and the stuff that I can't use. What I'm doing is I'm evaluating the spatial aspects of the book. I am not looking at the book as my life. I'm looking at the book from the point of view, can I use this? How can I use this? How, and if it's another human being, how can I use the human being? How can I be useful to that human being? How can we get along? In spatial, you look at what's going on and you evaluate. You find out, why is this kid popping off? Are his parents okay? Are they beating the kid? Does the kid have some sickness, disease? Is the kid being fed? Maybe somebody in the class is bothering the child continuously, and that's what's happening. Find out the information. That's called spatial. And then when you know all the things that you need to know about it, then you know how to deal. And that doesn't take too long. Then you learn how to deal with the child. What are the child's likes and dislikes? Does he like baseball? Offer him to go to a game with you if he'll behave. Or other things. You learn how to deal with somebody by learning things. That's called spatial. Then there's the level which we call time or inspirational. And that is, you look at the long-term objectives that you're trying to deal with this child. And you see not just this child with the running nose and the biting and the kicking. You see a child filled with energy and charisma. And you see a leader in the future. And therefore, you see in your mind's eye that this kid has got the potential of being a leader. You inspire that kid. You see, you know, Johnny, you think you're just this little kid that's disturbing. I got news for you. You're going to be a great man one day. You'll lead people. And you should be this kind. You should stand for this type of activity. You should have a vision to be for greatness. And that's called inspiration. And I call and it's not spatial because you see it from a position that's higher than the space of the person. You see the future, and you see that this is not a problem. You see that when a person's got energy to burn, that this person's going to be a motivator. He's going to take the same energy that he disrupted the class, he's going to use it in a positive way. And therefore, you have to go ahead and you've got to harness that energy. This is called time, seeing things in time, and how to inspire a person to come to a higher level. The third level is called nefesh. Nefesh is the soul of things, the core of everything. And the idea behind that is that everything is a creation of God. Everything has godliness within it. And that everything in the world is really unified. There's no difference between you and the child, except that you've got to teach the child now, but you really are one and the same, and you really have the same goal in life. And the idea is not just to inspire the child, but to empower that child and make the child be one with you. In the classroom, make the child a monitor, make the child responsible to see that other kids learn. Give the child the power that you have. Share the power. Make him part of you. That's called nefesh. Because you and the child are really one. It's possible if you share yourself with that child.